think. Yeah, I see Dredge. I see Dredge cards. Ooh, nice. Okay, and then we're gonna try and figure out what's going on the other side. Oops. Okay. So I see a Brainstorm, a Flooded Strand, and a Tundra. Ooh, it looks like he might be playing against Spencer. Okay, I'm gonna hypothesize that the matchup is Dredge versus Miracles, and it is not a matchup that I am ever happy to play from the Miracles side. So there you go. The step number 1: assemble your graveyard in a weird order that only Dredge players do. Is it Spencer?
Have you figured out the secret?
Yeah. Oh, the secret.
Well, no, I mean, it wasn't a secret.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we said, let's not feature Spencer,
Okay.
but let's feature Nick.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, so it looks like the Nick got the pair down.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
someone had to because
There's 4-0s right now. Yeah.
yeah, well, Nathan and Spencer both have the same record, so
Okay.
they have to split somewhere.
Gotcha. Okay, this is pretty rough because, I mean, Nick is so in this matchup. I feel is very favored for Dredge. It just really does matter how much sideboard hate there is from the Miracle side.
So yeah, game 1. So I'll just give you Spencer.
Yeah.
But game 1, so we have 4 lines I diamond, 4 bridge, 2 careful study, 1 street waif. I'm sure there's reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have, one of that guy we're talking about, Hogak.
Okay, there it is.
And then sideboard has, just like
Generic Dredge cards.
Yeah, generic stuff. But on Spencer's side, how much graveyard interaction does Spencer have?
I see 1 priest, 2 rest in peace. That's it. That's all I see.
1 priest, 2 rest, 2
peace? 2 rest in peace. Yeah, 2 rest in peace.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not really that much. I mean, you've got like.
Do we have Force of Negation at least?
I don't see it in the sideboard. Maybe it's in the main deck. Swords Pierce. We have some Spell Pierces and 1 Dovin's Veto in the main deck. So there's some stack based interaction that we have, but we're really going to be relying on drawing these cards that are in the sideboard. I guess Monastery Mentor is also in the sideboard. That's a pretty good card in this matchup. But you do have to pair it with your hate. So it's going to definitely be tough for Spencer. Let's see how it.
Okay, Nick, I like you, but a white border and a black border stink freedom
back to back, but not in the way that you want it to be.
I don't know if we're on Nick's team anymore. Okay, so we're dredging for breakthrough, and
Yes.
Spencer is F6.
Big hit, Narcomoeba trigger, and then we land on the Golgari Grave Troll.
And we're mismatching on Grave Trolls as well.
It's an art. It's
Nick, you are testing our patience.
We hit 1 bridge from below as well, which is pretty critical. I mean,
just 1 bridge, and we have infinite cards in play.
Yep.
Or
Keep in mind this is also on turn 2, right? Do we have any Cabal therapies? I see one.
Is this turn 2? Because he.
Oh, turn 3. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
this
should be turn 3.
Yeah. I see multiple therapies in the yard too, so we can get some number of zombies. But I feel like we could maybe get even.
Hold on,
more.
let's do a threshold check.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Fugitive.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and threshold complete.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we have 1, 2 bridges. It's hard because typically you find what bridge looks like.
Yeah.
And then you scan the graveyard for that.
The same thing, right?
But it's.
Wait, there's a second one?
Yeah, this one is a bridge. This one's a bridge.
Oh yeah, you're right. They are different artworks. Maybe we're just going for like one of a kind of everything here.
Yeah,
it's a consistent pattern.
I think that's what we're doing because some cards are white bordered, some cards are foil, some cards are.
Yeah, I mean, it could also be like a mana traders thing. You never know.
No.
Yeah. So let's see here. So yeah, we're gonna get some zombies into play here, and honestly, like Spencer's being put to the test really quickly, right? It's just like
trying to find that many zombies for Nick.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So flashback 1 of the
Ooh.
All right, the spice cabinet has been opened.
Which card are you talking about for the Spice Cabinet? Doma's Veto? Or
No, I was looking at the
Kozilek's
Kozilek's Return. Yeah. That one is pretty good.
Yeah.
An instant speed Wrath that is going to clear all these tokens is exactly what you want, to be completely honest.
Or create more tokens.
Yeah, or create more tokens. That's true.
Or be discarded.
That's yep.
I mean,
another line as well. Okay.
Oh, Nick, yeah, sacking a token for this.
Interesting. Okay, so maybe the thought process here is that I'm sacrificing a token because I want to get more out of my Narcomoeba.
Maybe. I mean, it's kind of like game one is a free roll anyway.
Yeah.
I think as long as you don't miss your Icarid triggers, I think there's no way you can lose this game.
Yeah, there's two Icarids coming back into play now. Oh, yeah, two,
Yeah.
right.
There's one, and there's another, probably on Thug. I'm going to assume that's a Thug.
That's a Thug, yeah. Which is pretty good. I mean, when these Icarids die at the end step, thanks to their own ability, you're going to get 2 zombies per.
Yep.
And then you just rinse and repeat. And honestly, 3 zombies per, because we just hit another bridge from below. So from here, honestly, it's like rinse and repeat for a couple turns. So now Spencer's going to have sweeper after sweeper after sweeper.
Terminus?
Any luck? No, okay. You could see like Spencer was like hoping, peeling, trying to get there, but no such luck.
Feeling like some potatoes.
Yeah, is that a Supreme Verdict? I can't tell what that gold card is.
I think he had Supreme Verdict along with the Kozilek's Return. Does he have that main deck?
Okay, yeah, there's 1 Supreme Verdict in the main deck and 2 Terminus in the main deck.
And 1 Kozilek's Return?
And the 1 Kozilek's Return.
What?
Powerful. I mean, it works well with Snapcaster Mage and like Mystic Sanctuary and things like that.
I mean, and it kills your Snapcaster Mage?
Yeah. Yep, that's my conclusion. Very thoughtful.
All right. Good job.
Full of irrefutable points.
1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm. So that's 6 zombies.
So 1, 2. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts on 2 tokens with a dice on each of them
instead of
versus 1 token with 1 dice?
I was thinking about that just now too. Yeah. I mean, see, this is how Dredge works, right? Dredge like plays very differently from the rest of Magic because you're not playing you're playing Dredge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in those worlds, I get it.
I mean,
have your 2 separate tokens.
This deck seems uniquely not vulnerable to Oko. So I think it might be just a good guy.
Yeah. Oh, really? Wow. Imagine that. That's what 2020 is. Just the year of
Oko versus the world.
The year of the truth hurts. But yeah, I don't know. So that is a really good point, though. One of the reasons why I think Dredge is really good right now is because if people are sort of, even like this was back when, Ren 6 was a thing as well, if people are so focused on this like mid-range arms race, just bust out a combo deck.
Sidestep, do something different.
Yeah, that doesn't care about it. You're like, haha, you want to spend 3 mana on that? Okay, well, I'll spend 3 mana on kill you. You're dead. You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
And it looks like, just taking a peek at Nick's sideboarding, he brought in Reverent Silence? No, Wispmare.
Wispmare is good. Okay.
So he brought in that white card, and I don't think. Yeah, I mean Chain of Vapor, but I'm not sure he brought that in.
Yeah.
I think we might just be called to a Containment Priest.
Containment Priest. Okay. I mean that's fine. Like you have plans for Containment. So I'm gonna look through Nick's. So Nick's sideboard, he's got 1 Lotus Petal, 2 Chain of Vapor, 1 Shenanigans. That's cool. 2 Silent Gravestone, 2 Wispmare, 2 Leyline of Sanctity, 3 Leyline of the Void, and 1 Dread Return and 1 Ashen Rider. So that's interesting. There are options, and it seems like most of these options are going to be answers to answers, because the way to beat Dredge is to have just to shut the deck down functionally, right? From functioning.
I'm questioning, what is Leyline of Sanctity in for?
I think it's good like in the Storm matchup, for example, good against Tendrils and Burn and
so you
Grape Shot.
Yeah, you play 2 of them so that you hope to get it in your opening hand.
You mulligan real aggressively. London Mull, amen. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like
I might just be going a little crazy here. What if we just played Veil of Summer instead?
Oh, that is an interesting. I don't know what the mana requirements for the Dredge deck look like. You have a lot of rainbow lands, but
City of Brass, Jamestown Mine, Mana Confluence. We have a couple Lotus Petals.
Yeah,
like I'm not sure I would be on board for Leyline of Sanctity.
Yeah, I would trust the Dredge. Just I don't play enough Dredge to know the answer to this question, but I would also say that like, if you are going to mulligan to a piece of hate, you want it to be like absolutely lights out kind of thing. And we've seen Veil of Summer get beaten by some Storm decks, especially today, round 1. When Max was playing, Veil of Summer, it didn't really seem like it did much against him. But you are right. There may be something to look into there. So,
I mean, maybe just it was called a terrible card earlier in the chat, but maybe Flusterstorm.
Okay, I'm not. Has Dredge played Flusterstorm in the past? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe not. Who knows?
I mean, if I was thinking of cards that you could cast.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You could go to Mindbreak Trap.
Yep. Okay. That one is also reasonable. So yeah, if anyone knows why Dredge is playing Leyline of Sanctity, I mean, please share your. Leyline stops Tormod's Crypt. That's kind of cool, and Nile Spellbomb. That's a. I mean,
I suppose
that is one thing that it does do, but I feel like you would just like the best bet would be like to power through it. Kind of deal.
Just like make them do that and then keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Like cast another Fatal Slitting.
So I would say in the dark, maybe we would expect Nick to bring in like the Silent Gravestones to answer Surgical Extraction.
So I think he brought in 4 cards, and I definitely saw Wismare. I think the other 2 are going to be Chain of Vapor.
Okay.
I would not assume that Spencer is playing Surgical.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can see that he's not. But also, if I were Nick, I would, he is a Snapcaster Mage deck, but he's Miracles traditionally. They like to play the Rest in Peace. They like to play...
Well, it's just so
Priest.
potent and powerful, Rest in Peace, right? That, sometimes Surgical Extraction is just not enough.
Nick's hand, because he's on the draw, is insane.
Because he's on the draw is insane. So what do you walk me through it?
Cephalid Coliseum.
Uh-oh.
Lion's Eye Diamond.
Uh-oh.
Crack.
Oh my gosh.
You have Threshold.
That's insane.
Because you have
You're
7
right.
cards.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. I don't know if... Let me run this back. I don't know if we have a Dredger.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of important.
Wait a minute. I don't think we have a Dredger.
Now, this is interesting. So I'm looking at how Spencer has boarded for this matchup. I see a healthy number of cantrips, brainstorms, and ponders, but I also see that is the Containment Priest floating in his hand, right?
Oh, we do have a Dredger. We can do this, Nick.
Okay.
Let's just go all in.
Yeah. My issue with and Breakthrough is also a very good draw here. Turns out that
Combination.
Spencer has a Pyroblast in his hand as well.
What?
Yeah, which is really interesting. It's weird because you might want Pyroblast to stop cards like Breakthrough, but also to kill your own Snapcaster mages and things like that.
I kind of remember this, the real old school, like the Jola set special.
Mm-hmm.
Play Vendilion Click like Pyroblast your Vendilion Click.
Yeah. I have seen that one before. Or even like if you want to go super, super into it.
Brainstorm in response to Breakthrough, but
Okay.
we cracked Lotus Petal. So, Cephalid Coliseum online.
Okay. Which means right now we have a Stinkweed Imp. So honestly, like if there's a Dredger in the top 5 cards, it's not impossible for Nick to just pop off through Pyroblast on the Breakthrough. With 3 mana floating with the So this is the play here. Pyroblast on Breakthrough.
Wait.
And
We're passing?
very interesting. I wonder what color.
Maybe we floated red.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, that's not unreasonable. We had the anticipation of hitting a Faithless Looting, so that's why we're floating red.
Yeah.
I could see that.
It's interesting. Did we... we needed to crack because we needed to discard.
The mana requirements are looking a little bit steep here. I don't know if Spencer has a white source to actually cast this Containment Priest.
We have Containment Priest?
I think so. Is it in there? Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. Nick has a turn. Okay, so in upkeep, I expect Nick to crack Coliseum so that Icarid can trigger off cards that he dredges over right now.
Makes sense.
Upkeep. No.
Okay.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4,
So yeah,
5.
we're missing out on Icarid coming into play.
Oh, and there's the Wisp-Mare, okay, like you mentioned. We see
So trigger this guy.
Looting and Narcomoeba. Okay, so this is, I mean, depending on how Nick plays this turn, the game could just be over on the spot, you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't think it's depending on how he plays. I
Okay.
think he's got one play.
Yeah?
It's depending on what his deck flips.
True. Okay, depending on what Nick dredges this turn, it could be over on the spot.
1, 2, 3. Another dredger, please. Another dredger, please.
No dredgers?
No dredgers.
Wow.
So draw 2 more cards.
Wow. And then discard 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this, it is real, it's like real small, thin edges.
Mm-hmm.
But if we did the upkeep Coliseum, then we could have had, our draw step for our big dredge.
Yeah.
So I think, is this enough? I assume Spencer has, a hate piece now.
Yeah.
Is this enough to beat a hate piece?
So this is interesting, right? So if we look at...
Let's say we snipe the rest in peace right now. We have 5 power in play.
Yeah.
Do we have another Cabal? Doesn't look like we have a second Cabal.
I don't see another one.
Ooh, Spell Pierce.
That's clean.
Oh, I thought we were going for Brainstorm. But...
Me too. Spencer says nope. It does not resolve.
No, sir. Oh, we have Containment Priest.
You shall
see
not.
That.
So this is what I'm saying, right? Containment Priest is powerful, but I don't know if it's good enough because the backup plan of just making zombies is still pretty potent. I guess what we could do maybe here is just like use the Snapcaster as a chump blocker, and then get rid of
Exile Bridges.
Bridges, yeah. Okay. Ponder here of Volcanic Island.
Ponderino. Is that a Savannah? Does he play Savannah?
See Savannah.
Is he on 4 color? Or...
I see 2 Tundras, 2 Volcanics, and 1 Tropical, alongside 1 Mystic Sanctuary.
Maybe the drop.
Yeah, so I don't actually see. I don't see any Savannahs here, but that's also fine. Yeah, so I mean, I what's interesting here is like I think there was a really real decision point that Spencer had from his side, which was whether he was supposed to Pyroblast the breakthrough or Flash and Containment Priest in response. I'm not sure how to.
He didn't have white.
So he used the fetch land to get the Volcanic Island, right? So that could have also gotten a Tundra.
But I mean, I'm not sure exactly what was happening.
Okay,
like, what the contents of the hand were, but
right.
He brainstormed into Pyroblast.
Seems reasonable, and that is a 3rd bridge from below. That is big hit.
But I don't think Narcomoeba's ever dying.
Yeah, I wouldn't attack with this Containment Priest if I was...
I think... so... We might be at the stage of the game where Nick doesn't want to dredge.
Okay, so go for like natural draw steps to maybe hit Chain of Vapor.
So he's drawing to Chain of Vapor. He's drawing to pass the turn and then redraw with Faithless Lootings.
Yeah.
He's drawing to Wisp Mares.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have a target, but it triggers bridges. And the cards that he flips into his graveyard, I don't think have text outside of bridge, and he just needs to maximize his bridge uses because he can't even actually no he can Containment Priest is very different than Grafdigger's Cage. He can flashback Cabal Therapy if he flips that. So I think Cabal Therapy is enough of a hedge, or like it leans me to the side of we should continue to dredge.
Yep, I think that's the conclusion I'm coming to as well.
It's effectively draw 4 or draw 6.
Yeah. The downside here, though, is that
or draw 5 now that we.
There's a Snapcaster Mage in Spencer's hand, and a nice juicy Pyroblast.
Ooh, we did bring in Gravestone.
Silent Gravestone. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I don't think we have Chain of Vapor. So I do not think Nick brought in any answers for Containment Priest. If he brought in that Gravestone,
yeah,
I think he's on an offer for Containment Priest answers.
There's also a Vendilion Click in Spencer's hand. Interesting. A lot of creatures. Okay, so here's Therapy. And in response to the Therapy, I expect Spencer to flash in Snapcaster Mage and Pyroblast the Snapcaster Mage so that the bridge... So that
this is...
Yeah, Nick gets no more zombies for you today.
Nick said, I had a third one of these. Where is it? Nick deciding, with his mismatched everything, he's like, playing.
I gotta figure out which one's which now, right? Yeah. You did this to yourself, Nick, but it's okay.
I spy one bridge that looks like. Okay, so pop quiz. What do you name?
Oh man, Abandon Hope. Just
Abandon Hope.
There was a really good
Circadian
article.
Empires.
There was a really good article that had like
on what's the name?
Yeah,
for trolling purposes.
Some of my favorite ones are like play of the game.
Play of the game.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
Is Hot Soup a magic card? It is, right?
Is Hot Soup a magic?
It sounds like a magic card. Maybe it's not. I'm just thinking about that. I had a friend who.
I was just thinking about Hot Soup.
Yeah. That would be a nice name.
Interesting. No, I guess you can't. I was thinking, do you block with Containment Priest?
Probably wouldn't. I mean, we're at 12, right? So we're not even like that stressed out here.
Yeah, but it just like super neuters his clock.
Whoa. Spencer brought in Phyrexian Revoker in this matchup.
What?
Why
is Revoker in this deck?
Hey, man, it's an exciting one. I like it.
It's an answer to Oko.
Yeah. It is an answer to Oko. Yeah.
Oko versus the Worlds. Technically, Spencer's on the bad side of it. But he does have some answers to put him on the good side.
Okay, there's
another Cabal Therapy.
There's a Cabal Therapy. The Narcomoeba can't come back thanks to Containment Priest.
Yeah, it is. I believe Narcomoeba is a May.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to get exiled.
Okay. So in theory, if this Containment Priest got like Terminus away, we could like Golgari Thug to put the Narcomoeba back on top of our deck. Something like that. Some weird line like that.
I think, yeah. Does Thug have a clause that it targets a colored creature? Like a black creature?
I think it's like when it dies, you can just target a creature and put it on top. Yeah. Narcomoeba included, so. Okay, cool. So here we are trading Phyrexian Revoker with Zombie. So that's just a 2-mana block. Yeah, 2/1 blocker. That's good enough. At this point.
That was a trade, right?
It was a trade, so the bridge should get exiled, yeah.
Well, it should get exiled, but it's a weird... I don't know whose trigger it is.
Okay,
they find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was weird. And I think on that, I think Nick missed that there was a bridge.
No, you don't get tokens for bridge.
No. But I think he just missed that he had a bridge there.
Oh, otherwise you wouldn't make that attack?
Yeah, I think the only way you win is prioritizing your one remaining bridge.
Yeah.
You don't have things like Firestorm to like kill creatures.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay, I found the new win condition, by the way.
Deck out.
Now, the win condition for Nick now is draw for turn, play my land, hard cast my Stinkweed Imp, attack.
Oh, you're not on get 5 lands and do it for.
Oh no, we in it. This is the life that we live right now.
I played a little bit of Modern, and way before Vengevine was any good.
Yeah,
like before Hogak and all this nonsense. Oh, you have to show the whole hand. No.
He's just targeting himself. He's looking at his own hand, but yeah.
True. Yeah, it's weird because Vanilla Kick is definitely not in English. That right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was playing like some Vengevine's decks, and my favorite play was Life for the Loam all my lands, play them, and then here's this hardcast Golgari Grave Troll.
Yeah.
But eventually, they took that fun away, took away Golgari Grave Troll.
Yeah, I've seen. I think the biggest Grave Troll that I've ever had hardcast against me. No, it wasn't hardcast. I'm lying. It was flash. It was brought back from the graveyard with a Dread Return. It was like 1919 or something like that. And yes, I did die. In case anyone in the chat was wondering, it did beat me. But you know what? Spencer's out here avenging me right now, attacking with this Vendilion Clave.
You know what's good against Golgari Grave Troll?
What's good against Golgari Grave Troll? What? You're laughing.
Right, it's very hard to say this with a straight face. Phyrexian Revoker.
Wait, really?
To turn off his activated ability.
Golgari Grave Troll has an activated ability?
Yeah, I bet you didn't know that, did you?
I don't know what this card... I'm not going to lie. I'm not really a dredge, a dredge Sith Lord. That's what I will call it. I did not know that. Okay, today I learned.
Can you guess what the activated ability may do?
Yep, that's my guess.
So what's the come into play ability of Grave Troll?
It has like a number of counters equal to the number of creatures in your graveyard or something.
Yeah, it's
Does it double it?
no.
Oh god, okay, I was gonna say.
It's remove a counter to, I believe, regenerate himself.
What?
Yeah. So you know what's good against that?
Phyrexian Revoker.
Revoker.
OP, okay. So here, that does look like a Cephalid Colosseum. Phyrexian Revoker cannot stop Colosseum, right? So maybe this Revoker is like on LED or something like that?
Can it stop LED? Yes, I think. Pithing Needle cannot. It's always weird to remember.
Oh, yeah. So Needle cannot stop mana abilities, but Revoker can stop mana abilities, yeah.
But Needle can name lands, Revoker can't.
Correct, yeah.
Give him the gravy when you cast the Grave Troll.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, so this is actually remarkable. I mean, not gonna lie, the Miracles matchup, not very favored here, but Spencer is able to take away game 2 in tight fashion.
Yeah, but I think, it ultimately was pretty much answered of who was going to win this but at the start of the game in sideboarding.
Interesting.
Because I look at Nick right now, I believe he's just going to go get answers for Containment Priest because...
Yeah. I mean, the problem with Chain of Vapor...
There is 2 Chain of Vapors because he just did not have any answers to Containment Priest.
Yeah, and they're coming in. I mean, I'm lukewarm on them because, I mean, Containment Priest has Flash, you know what I mean? So it's like... It's a little bit tough, but you can engineer situations where,
you can win the game in the first 2 turns, and they flash in Containment Priest, and then you get rid of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so, yeah.
You can assemble a board big enough to win, and, it is the pure tempo play of just, as long as it's not on the battlefield, I can win. You can have the card, you can cast it later, but there will be no later when I beat you.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's interesting. Yeah, he's shaving a Wispmare.
Or maybe not.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe this pile. Maybe this pile. Maybe one of these.
Okay, so Silent Gravestone.
So Gravestone out.
One Wispmare out. So now I think this is more of a hedge. Nick is saying, I'm not 100% sure what kind of graveyard you've got.
Yeah, I think...
But I saw that Containment Priest, so I want to have at least some answer for that.
Yeah, typically there's cards like Firestorm. Cards, you might have to do it a little bit hard. You can build your own Dark Blast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like do it on upkeep and then dredge the Dark Blast, do it again.
Yeah.
But other than that, what other answers does Dredge typically play? Firestorm comes to mind.
Firestorm. What is it?
Blows the crap out of elves. Let me tell you.
Contagion? Is that the one that puts counters on creatures?
Yeah. Is that just a -2/-1 though?
But does it put 2 of them? I don't know. Here we're treading danger. You know what? I'm gonna do you one, and I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up this card so I can look smart in front of all these people watching me.
But I think it might be 2 target creatures.
Whoa, that's me.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, that is me. Okay, what are we checking out here? Contagion.
All right, chat. Who we got in this game 3? This crucial game 3. Dredge or Miracles?
Yeah, so Contagion, you can put two -2/-1 counters on 1 or 2 creatures.
On 1 or 2.
Yeah. But yeah, we are now in game 3. Let's see it. Nick Crawford playing his winning in for top 8 right here.
Yeah, should be able to win and then double draw.
Yeah, Spencer with the Gandalf the Grey impression here, saying, "You will not pass, Nick Crawford. I will beat you."
That was a bit of a stretch.
With blue-eye goodness, we in here. We in here.
So I've not played too much Paper myself after the new Mulligan rule.
Yeah,
but common strategy that I like to employ on the old Mulligan rules is the gentlemanly we both mulligan.
Uh-huh.
Ask your opponent, would you like to draw this round?
Yep.
and we both go.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
both redraw 7s.
Yeah,
It doesn't quite. I don't think it has the the potency when you already get 7 and then you get to put back cards.
Yeah.
With the new mulligan rule.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Are both players going down to 5?
Okay, so here's why I was bringing this up. Who would this advantage if both players went back to 7?
Easily Nick, right? You just mulligan down to like LED and Faithless Looting, and boom, you're in it.
No. If If
you ID,
yeah, who is advantaged when both players keep 7?
yeah,
and who is advantaged when both players keep 4?
definitely Nick has a better chance at 4 cards than Spencer does.
I think because Spencer's cards, his hate cards cost 2.
Yeah,
I think you need
a lot
hate card land, and that's tricky.
On 3, whereas Nick just needs like some way to get something into the yard.
Just like a discard outlet. So if I were Spencer, I would be asking, hey, you want to go back to 7?
Yeah, exactly. I did some variation of this a while ago. It was back when Top was legal, where I would intentionally draw game 1 against in the Miracles Mirror, because game 1 was notoriously bad for just whoever drew more blue cards would win. So I'm no stranger to this, but I haven't seen it happen in a long time since then. I mean, wait, so both players on 5 now, right?
I believe we are on 5.
Okay.
And actually, this is critical. This is a learning opportunity for people playing in paper.
Mm-hmm.
If you're both on 5,
yeah,
you decide to keep your hand after you put cards back.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
So Nick has to put cards back. Spencer has to put cards back.
Uh-huh.
And then the question is asked, players, do you want to keep your hands?
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, this is also fascinating.
Cabal therapy, you.
And you see Nick sort of just like grab his head. He's thinking to himself,
what is it?
What do I name? I'll name a good card. Spencer's like, nope, I got none of it.
I got bads.
Yeah, joke is on you.
I mean, Spencer has now flipped his hand over.
Yeah.
I think I would have snapped off Ponder.
Okay.
If you find, if he has the hate piece.
Yep.
You have an imp that you can play and then flash back.
Uh-huh.
But you want to take away his turn 1 play, and Ponder will dig into good stuff. I can see, Spencer keeping a hand of 5 that has land Ponder XX, XYZ.
Yeah.
So I think, for me it would be Ponder.
Does
Street Wraith?
Does Nick have a way to put cards into the graveyard?
Yeah, he has Imp, but I don't think he has a Dredger.
Okay.
And now, this is really big. This is not getting forced.
Yeah.
He has LED. Can we find Dredger?
No Dredger. Okay, well. Oh, and there's also that is a Chain of Vapor, right?
Chain of Vapor, Imp, double LED, land. But we have to discard 2. So we're discarding land, LED, I would assume.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then if we draw a Dredger off the top, we can discard it with either the LED or the Imp.
Does Spencer have a blue card for Forcible? I can't quite make it out.
I can't remember what was in Spencer's hand.
I know I saw Pyroblast for sure.
No blue card has been called.
Okay. All right. So I mean, in Nick's position here, do you fire off all these cards? Do you do the thing here like with the?
Well, you can't do anything.
Yeah. So you don't try to like flashback looting, right?
Flashback looting is just mill 2 because you don't have a Dredger.
Truth. So the answer, okay, yeah, no, I wouldn't have done it either. Yeah.
Yeah. You would have done it and then said, "Wait a minute, I'm not a Dredge player."
you won't catch me slipping in the streets playing Dredge.
That's why I don't.
Ooh, now that is interesting.
That is.
Oh wait, he's doing it. Maybe I am a Dredge player.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
I was gonna say, what if he flips Faithless Looting Dredge?
Oh my god.
This is insanity. He drew. And is he not going for it?
Okay. All right.
What do you hope to draw, Nick? If you Faithless Looting there.
Such an interesting. Oh, there was a Ponder. Okay.
Why do we? Oh, because of Astrolabe?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But is it worth it to Ponder before your land?
Unsure. There's also Pyroblast in his hand, but I don't think we can cast the Pyroblast, so... Oh, no, he must have had the Astrolabe in his hand already, so he knew about this, going forward. Okay.
Dredger.
4?
No Dredger.
With...
But we can...
Run it back?
Run it back, and I think we're going for it.
Okay. And like
Dredge
those
it up.
yeah, the worst case scenario too is we would play the Golgari Thug.
Oh no.
Okay.
Blue card for Force of Will.
Yeah. But like I still don't think it's good enough, right? We buy back Golgari Thug. We can hard cast Golgari Thug and then flash back. Oh my goodness.
And
Was Spencer gonna win this match?
ladies and gentlemen,
Actually? Look how fast Spencer's playing now. He's doing push-ups in his seat. He's just like, I got this. It's
yeah. I have played Spencer a lot, and I like his nonverbals, his body language when he plays.
yeah.
He has a very distinct pattern.
Gosh, that was insane. But to be fair, luck worked both ways, right? Because Nick just blind flipped the troll, the thug, and the looting. Spencer was like, "No problem, I got it."
Yeah,
Rip the
I
rest
think-
in peace.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because there are such haymakers, you need to act fast when you can't afford to say, "Well, I'll take a draw step next turn and then see what happens."
Yeah,
Any draw step could be rest in peace.
yeah.
So
It's a ticking time bomb. Yeah.
it's like rest in peace or containment priest or guess what? Ponder, brainstorm, preordain. Is it preordain? Astrolabe. All redraws to find, powerful haymaker, knock you out of the game.
Yeah.
And I think again, Nick's sideboarding, his like sideboarding juke or Spencer like showing him certain cards is really leveraging Spencer and not Nick right now, because I think he has 2 Wismares. I think he took one out.
He took one out. Yeah.
So I think he's down to 1 Wismare.
Yeah.
And then X number of bounce spells, Chain of Vapors.
Yeah.
So I think, if I were in Nick's seat, number 1, I think I would register more than 2 Wismares.
yeah. Nature's Claim and maybe another card that's interesting too. Yeah.
Oh, Nature's
Or
Claim.
Wear Tear.
Yeah, Wear Tear. I mean, I think Wismare just has that utility of it can get like pseudo. Ooh,
it's my boy Phyrexian Revoker, and yeah, Nick is going to concede to that's how powerful it is in the matchup. Stops Golgari Grave Troll and gets the concessions.
Why didn't Nick try the awesome play of 5 mana hard cast Grave Troll?
And then
trigger exile.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, I'm very impressed. So it kind of played out the way that I thought it would, right? So game 1, just get absolutely blasted by the power of Dredge, right? Just like the dark forces. That's what's up. And then in games 2 and 3, it's kind of like Spencer was like, all right, I gotta slow you down and then play something that is very good against you. And we saw sort of how much, like, Spencer is aware of how the matchup plays out.
Yes.
Game 2, he kept a hand that had a hate piece. Game 3, he was willing to mulligan all the way down to 5. And that pains me because, remember, my rule number 1 of Legacy is to never mulligan. And Spencer was like, actually, I kind of won because I did. You know what I mean?
I mean, how often do you beat graveyard decks?
I don't want to talk about it.
Sorry. Was that a little too deep? Do we need to change the scene?
It's too soon. Oh, man. There's a reason I'm scared of Hogak as someone who doesn't play Modern.
I mean, it's just... not only did Spencer show the discipline in mulliganing, but as I kind of mentioned, he maybe understood what he was showing and what he was displaying. He did not play Rest in Peace in game 2.
Yeah.
And then, therefore, it was more powerful, more potent in game 3.
Yeah.
But, we saw plays like game 2 on the stack. Cabal Therapy is on the stack with bridge triggers. I'm going to Pyroblast my own Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
Flash in Snapcaster to Pyroblast to just put it in the graveyard.
Yeah.
And that is...
Kill all their bridges.
Yeah, that's like... You don't think of that on the very first time you play Dredge. That is... I've had enough reps with this. I understand how all of my cards need to come together.
Yeah.
Form a combination and a sequence. This is how I'm going to win the game.
Right.
And it's like, everyone's favorite using all the pieces of the buffalo.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's like,
exactly,
I have this
exactly.
Snapcaster Mage.
I think
What's
I may
it
have been
doing?
converted by that one play because I generally don't like bringing in Pyroblast for those sort of cards, and now having seen that, maybe there's a part of me where my heart is changing. You know,
just never want a mulligan, so you're like
you're
volcanic, tropical island.
And a bunch of tears. You know, that's me.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
this is what I want to do.
So we're just going to leave, when we have 7 minutes left around, we're going to
Yeah,
get off. We'll give you standings in a little bit. We're still waiting like 10 matches out there.